Hello traders, my name is Logan with Funding Talent as always, and today we are doing the market forecast for the week of July 5th. In this video, we're going to highlight, as we always do, our favorite technical setups that we're eyeing up in this current week, which we have some very good ones for you, and also our fundamental drivers that we're going to look and stay away from if we need to. So, without any further delay, let's get right into the video. Hello traders, so here we are, as we always are, going through our slideshow. So, for our newer watchers and people that are obviously used to this channel, what we always start off with is our high impact and red folder news for the upcoming week. So for this week, we do have our G20 meetings starting on Thursday, but besides that, we have some red news Tuesday, since we're already past Monday, essentially. We do have OPEC meetings today, which is an all-day event, but then on Tuesday comes along, we have 12:30 AUD news, which is the RBA rate statement, 2 a.m. Australian dollar news, and 10 a.m. USD news. Besides that, on Wednesday, we have some USD news at 2 p.m. and then some AUD news at 10:30. So a good bit of AUD news this week. Nothing really on Thursday to worry about. And then comes along Friday, we have the Canadian dollar unemployment change and unemployment rate. We have the Canadian dollar employment change and the unemployment rate at 8:30 a.m. And then at 6 a.m. a little bit earlier than that, we do have some pound news when the Bank of England Governor Bailey will speak. This week we do have our Day 1 and Day 2 G20 meetings, as I said, which will be discussing further stances on global climate change and how the world's top 20 countries are going to react. Last week we did have NFP take place and also some unemployment numbers released. Unemployment rose to 5.9% from the expected 5.6%, which is not great news. Obviously that means more people were unemployed than expected, but still not a huge change. Non-farm payroll employment change did very well, hitting 850,000 as opposed to the projection of 720,000. So that's people that are finding new jobs, which is great news. Average hourly earnings remained the same. So for this week, we're going to continue with our risk on market sentiment as we have been for quite a period of time now, actually. Besides for the little bit of bad news in the unemployment rate, everything else seemed pretty good. So for the risk on market sentiment, for people that don't know what that means, for our newer watchers, that means that expectations are higher for further economic growth amongst global investors and people looking where to put their money, essentially. So for indices worldwide, this means that we can expect them to appreciate. And for our currency traders, that means we can expect the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, euro, and pound to appreciate if we continue with this risk on market sentiment. Essentially, all risk on market sentiment means, as we discussed prior, is that it's good news for the economy. People are expecting that riskier assets will appreciate and that overall the worldwide economy will perform well. So, on that note, let's go right into our technical analysis to view our setups that we're currently keeping an eye on in this upcoming week. So, not too much to start off this week, but to go over a trade that we took last week. We called out this trade when we got the breakout of this wedge right here, and we rode it higher. It didn't exactly get to the top of this channel, but due to the impulsive nature of this wave after we got this bounce off of the support zone, then honestly, you should have at least gotten some profits out of this, I think. You could have trailed your stop loss, you could have set a take profit even here, just due to the fact that this was moving very, very quickly. Once we started to get a consolidation right here on the lower time frame, the 1 hour chart, then you could see, okay, maybe bullish momentum, the buying pressure is fading, price is then going to come back down lower, which is exactly what it did. So we didn't get to the exact level which we were looking at, but we did move in the same exact price movement in which we were anticipating, which is great news. So I hope some of you caught this trade. I know I did, and let's move into our next pair. So for NZD CAD, this is a trade that I'm currently eyeing up. We're looking for a 5-wave advance. As you can see, we broke out of this wedge, formed a channel, broke out of the channel, retested the channel, and confirmed it by moving higher. So as what I'm seeing is this was our first wave after our corrective phase, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So what this is, if nobody is familiar, is Elliott wave principle. And what that pretty much means is a 5-wave underlying movement of price, which consists of actionary and reactionary waves. So wave 1, 3, and 5 are impulse waves. And then wave 2 right here and wave 4 are corrective waves. The goal is to try to get in on a corrective wave in order to catch the next impulse. So that's exactly what we're doing here. We're looking to get in on the completion of wave 2 to catch wave 3 after finishing our correction on NZD CAD. So my buys for NZD CAD is going to be long. So this is a little bit of a catch-up for something that we were looking at prior. This is synthetics. This was our chart of the week 2 weeks ago, I believe. And if you would have gotten in on that or around, you would be where we called it out from, you'd be up 31%, and if you got in somewhere, let's say the bottom of its range or near the bottom of it, you would be up nearly 70%. So I hope some of you guys took this, obviously, and let's move into our next chart. I'm going to continue to be bullish on synthetics. So for a pound CAD, we're looking at this short still. We've been looking at this for a while. We saw a support, a very significant support level, invalidated, broke beneath. Sorry, it was not invalidated, but rather broke beneath, then turned into resistance, confirmed itself by retesting, throwing some very large wicks right here, not breaking through with any candle bodies, and then moving lower after we got the breakout of this wedge. So my bias is going to be short on pound CAD. So here is going to be the chart of the week for this week. This is going to be a silver chart. As you can see, we have it going two ways, which means that either direction you can make money if you can time this properly and get in on the right price. So if we get a break of this support line right here, that will show that we've continued downside, and I think that we can continue to see the completion of this corrective pattern. So as you can see, I marked out the two different ways that this could move in different colors. Red would be our alternative count, and black would be our primary count. So in our black, remember we were talking about Elliott wave theory, corrective waves play out in three distinct price movements, which is an ABC wave. So what this could mean is it looks like this in a bearish scenario, that's an ABC wave, or you could have a flat, which is exactly what we're looking at right here. So rather than drawing it here, you can see a flat means that the C wave ends around the same level as wave A. So that's what we're looking at right now and anticipating for our black and still primary count. But this count is only validated and activated once we get the breakout of this support line. Until we do that, the alternative count is that we completed our corrective wave right here already, and we started our impulsive waves. So this would be wave 1. Let me mark it out for you guys like I did previously. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, something along those lines. Not these exact price levels, but we're just using this because we have our resistance here, which could definitely turn into support once we get a breakout, and then we could use this to find our fourth wave completion, if we do get this to play out. So what I'm going to be looking for is at least a break of this level right here at 28.30, and if we get a breakout at that level, then we can anticipate our red and alternative count to be active. So traders, that was the market forecast again for the week of July 5th. We really hope you guys enjoyed and pulled some valuable insights out of that video. We asked if you did to please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already done so. And if you have not already done so, please follow and subscribe to the rest of our social media platforms as we're releasing new content across all of our various platforms every single day and videos just like this on our YouTube channel. So, as always, on behalf of everyone at Funding Talent, happy trading.